Good morning, everybody. Once again, this is Jay at Classic Reaction. Today is December 20th, 2018. Christmas is coming fast. And our judge is coming fast, too. Yesterday we did a video of the underneath before we painted it. We've got the bottom of this one painted. You can see this is the firewall. The customer of this car is doing a concours factory restoration, which means that we are actually going to recreate some of the stuff that the factory did that maybe to some people might appear a little bit messy, or you know, maybe not totally professional. But one thing you have to remember is that these cars were flying down the line in 1969, and they didn't have time to make everything perfect on us. So what they would do with these cars is they would dip them in black primer. The cars would actually be dipped down in a gigantic vat of black primer. And they would come out, and then they would start going down the line, just as you see it right here, through the paint process. So they would spray the outside of the car with a red oxide primer to prepare it for whatever color it was going to be. And this one was carousel red, orange, in other words. And what they would do, you know, underneath the car would still be black from the being dipped in the primer. So what you would get would be overspray on the underneath of the car. You'd get a lot of overspray on the edges where the outside of the body was, but it wouldn't quite go all the way over to the underside of the car. So that is exactly what we've recreated here. Underneath the car has the orange overspray, just the way that the factory would have done it. Now when we did this, we actually stripped and sprayed underneath the wheel wells, just the way the factory would have done it, orange. And then we went back this morning and we sprayed this is actually, you know, the factory would spray a petroleum-based undercoating up underneath there to protect it from rock chips and keep it nice and quiet as you're going down the road. We actually use Raptor bed liner, urethane bed liner up inside there. So this stuff is great. The nice thing about this stuff is it's urethane based, so it will never go bad. It'll stay up in there forever. And the other thing is that it's very easy to clean. So if this customer ever does go through a mud puddle, God forbid, it will actually be able to rinse out and it won't be muddy looking for the rest of its life. But you can still see some of the way the overspray would be underneath this one. Our next step on this would be to install the body plugs, the rubber ones and the metal ones. The metal ones are actually glued in with a beige colored seam sealer. So we'll be doing that. Our firewall is done in the correct low gloss black. I'll have to talk to the owner about the chalk marks on the firewall if he wants those put back, or the grease pencil marks I should say. But that'll be up to him. Maybe a little look underneath it from this angle. And this is the way to do these. If you tried to do this on a rotisserie, the rotisserie of course would attach right in this area where the body sits on a frame. And the problem is, if you do that on a rotisserie, that spot when you unbolt it from the rotisserie is going to have to be repainted and redone. So I don't like doing them that way anymore. This is basically the exact same way the factory would have done it. So later today we'll be letting this back down on the cart, or actually on jack stands, and we'll begin the process of getting the exterior of the body painted. Of course, we'll have to tape off all this beautiful undercarriage now to protect it, because we don't want overspray getting on it now. Oh, the one other place where they put undercoating on these, I forgot to show you, is right in the back side here to protect it. This is going to be a really beautiful car. So once again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'd like to say hello to some of my new subscribers. If you like the content we do here, make sure to hit your like button, and subscribe so you can see all the new videos and updates on this one as we come along on it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.